The purpose of this resource is to provide guidance for utilizing scaffolds that are embedded in your EL Education District curriculum. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. It's a temporary support that acknowledges what students already know, the barriers they will face in achieving new learning goals, and the instructional support that will benefit them in negotiating those barriers. Throughout this learning opportunity, we'll focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons using Lesson 2 from Grade 5, Module 1, Unit 3. An EL education scaffold overview document for elementary ELA grades 2 through 5 can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. Please refer to this document for additional supports as you plan. The lesson components listed on the slide are where you can locate embedded scaffolds within lessons and will be highlighted throughout this presentation. In this lesson, students analyze the elements of plot in Miguel's monologue, analyze the beginning of the monologue, and plan the beginning of their individual monologues. Students will choose which event to focus their monologue on and will be the focus for the rest of the remainder of the unit. They will also learn how to form and use the perfect verb tenses. This lesson is the second in a series of 3 that include built-out instruction for the use of Goal 2 conversation cues to promote productive and equitable conversation. Goal 2 of the conversation cues helps students listen carefully to one another and seek to understand. In Units 1 and 2, students thought about events in Esperanza Rising where human rights were threatened and how characters reacted. Ensure that students refer to the anchor charts and graphic organizers developed in Units 1 and 2 as they plan and write their monologues. Students may need additional support in thinking about their group's event from their character's perspective. Consider allowing students to act out the event or talking with a partner about what his or her character did, said, or may have felt during the event before planning the beginning of their monologues. Some students, including ELLs, may find it challenging to understand how to form and use all 3 perfect verb tenses in Work Time A. Consider focusing on just the past perfect tense and providing students with many opportunities to practice. In Opening A, consider partnering some students with more advanced students to write their monologues from the perspective of the same character. Or the teacher can ensure that students who need the most support are doing the same character or event for their monologue and guide those students through in a small teacher-led group. Provide students with implicit sentence frames while planning their monologues in Work Time C. In Work Time A, ELLs are invited to participate in the first of a series of 2 language dive conversations. This first one is optional but highly recommended for all students. It guides them through understanding the meaning and sequence of events from Miguel's monologue. It also provides students with practice using past perfect tense and will help them when writing their own monologues. Other supports may be to turn the perfect tense verb handout into a kinesthetic activity. Copy the rewritten perfect tense sentences onto sentence strips and invite the students to paste the sentences into the correct table on the chart. Invite students to tell a new partner or family member the beginning of their narrative in their home language and in classroom English. The universal design for learning is a way of thinking about teaching and learning that helps give all students an opportunity to succeed. Many students find grammar rules abstract and need concrete examples. Consider engaging students in kinesthetic activities to bring grammar rules to life. Allow for multiple meanings of action and expression. Provide choice in how students plan their graphic organizer. Consider allowing students to write sketches, jot, or write full sentences. Model all the available choices and empower students to make the decision that works best for their planning style. Because students will be drawing on the same event with their monologue groups throughout the entire unit, it's important that they are invested in the event and their group is working on. This increases student engagement and investment in the outcomes.